Good evening, everybody. This is Sweat, and welcome back to Military Monday. I know it's been a couple weeks, and I apologize for that, but I have several hundred new subscribers to my channel since the last Military Monday, so for those of you who are new or maybe new to this series, this is basically questions that you guys ask me about the military, and I am qualified to answer them only by the fact that I served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years of active duty service and 4 years of inactive duty service. I have a playlist and several videos of these that I've already made, so you will see that on the in the description below or as an annotation on the screen. But let's get straight to the questions. I only have a couple of questions today, and one of them is continuing the topic about the IsJROTC, the Junior ROTC program, not the ROTC program that's offered in college, but the Junior ROTC program that's offered in high school. And the question is it too late to get involved with JROTC in the 10th grade? Now, I don't think it's ever too late to get involved with the JROTC. The thing is that JROTC service will give you an automatic promotion upon completion of boot camp. At least it did when I was in ROTC and when I was joining the Marine Corps. And when I was joining the Marine Corps and when I was in ROTC in high school, I did all 4 years. And basically, if I'm now this could be I could have messed this up just a little bit, or it could be a little bit different now, because again, that was way back in 1999 to 2003 is when I went to high school. But anyway, if you did 2 years of ROTC, it got you one promotion from private to private first class in any service. All right, and if you did 4 years of JROTC, it got you two promotions in the Army and the Navy, I believe, and the Air Force. In the Army, Navy, and Air Force, it got you 4 years, got you two promotions. So you automatically started as an E3. That's a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps. However, 4 years of JROTC service in high school still only netted you one promotion. So you still only started out as private first class if you joined the Marine Corps. So for the other services, two promotions. For the United States Marine Corps, 4 years only gave you two. Or only gave you one promotion, only brought you up to E2. So, using that math, it's still not too late, even especially if you have an intent on joining the military. If you have an intent of joining the military and ROTC is offered at the school, at your high school, I would strongly encourage you to do it, because basically it's an increase of pay. More than anything else, it's increase of pay, and it's a jump start, it's a head start over a lot of the people that are in boot camp with you. Now, of course, Eagle Scouts, stuff like that can get you promotions, automatic promotions through boot camp. Certain, I think certain like athletic scholarships or possibly things like that. There are a lot of things that contract PFCs is what they call it. The name of the term escaped me, but they're called contract PFCs because when they sign the contract to go to boot camp, they automatically agree. It's an automatic agreement that upon completion of boot camp, you get that rank of private first class, which is E2. That's what it was in the Marine Corps, because you pretty much couldn't contract a Lance Corporal, an E3. It basically was impossible to get that unless you were a contract PFC and you were the honor graduate of the company. In which case we had a Lance Corporal that came out of boot camp in my platoon. So anyway, that was kind of a long way around answering the question. Is it too late to get involved with JROTC in 10th grade? I do not believe it is. Especially if you intend on joining the military, I would strongly encourage, because that still gives you 3 years, and 2 of those 3 years will qualify you for extra money and an extra rank. And that's kind of a big deal when you're in the military, because it revolves around the ranking system, if you weren't aware. So the next question is, if you are skinny and just a wimp and you sign up, will you even start training, and could it get you strong enough to continue? Because I'm a wimp and I don't think I'll be in shape by the time I graduate high school. I picked this question because I can relate to this question. I was a senior in high school before I ever weighed 100 pounds in high school, if you can imagine that. And I graduated high school, I was probably only 115 pounds and not even 6 foot. I grew a few inches in boot camp, and I gained almost 40 pounds in boot camp. And so I can tell you that if you are a wimp and you sign up, it would help if you started training. Don't believe me, they're going to train you regardless. You can prepare all you want. But you are going to get your money's worth in boot camp, unless you're just one of those physical specimens that you eat, live, breathe, sleep, die, working out. which in this case, this young man isn't, because it says he is skinny and is a wimp. But I really can't relate to that. I was skinny, and I was a pretty wimpy kid, and as I already told you, I was basically a string bean. And basically, what I would suggest, if that is you, the first thing I would suggest is just run. The best thing you can do is be in shape aerobically. You have to be able to. It would help to be able to not fall behind in runs, to keep up with runs, or have something that you're at least good at, that you can rely on as far as running. That's something you can control, because you can steadily build on that. It took a long time for me to get up to 20 pull-ups. I mean, I was 3 years into the Marine Corps before I ever built up enough physical strength to do 20 pull-ups, and because I was constantly gaining weight as well. That was one thing. But running is something that I know it doesn't come naturally to everybody, and I know it's kind of tough for people, but for skinny people in particular, I know running is something you can build on. Running in your endurance is something you can build on, and I would really encourage you to build on your endurance if you were going into boot camp, because they're going to feed you. And basically what they do for the skinny guys, for those of you who don't know, there's really 3 different portions. My virus database just updated. I hope that didn't interrupt this thing. But anyway, there's 3 different meal portions that you can get whenever you go to boot camp. There's the normal portion. There is the the fat kid portion. And I forget the name of it. Reduced rations probably. But then there's double rations, and I was definitely a double rat kid. I had twice as much food as everybody else, because of how skinny I was. I had to get a little card. I had to go to the medical office. Had to get a little card that I showed to the staff, and basically I was able to eat twice as much as the guys around me. I was able to get twice as much portion-wise as the guys around me. Here's the problem: in boot camp, they don't really give you much time to eat all that food. So I would never be able to clean my plate completely, because basically how it worked was the last man in the platoon was the guide. And when the guide of the platoon got his food and sat down and finished eating, everybody was done eating. And sometimes the drill instructors determined when the guide was done eating, and the guide wouldn't be done eating, but everybody else was done eating. So you don't always have a chance to eat all your food, but when you're a skinny guy like me, and like the person who answered the question, you will get twice as much food. So that's something to look forward to, because believe me, you work up an appetite to eat all that food throughout the day. With all the physical training, all the physical demands that are placed on you every single day, you will be hungry enough to eat all that food. The problem is you just won't have enough time to eat all that food. So let's go ahead to the next question, and it says, "Hi Sweat, I have a question for Military Monday." Thank you. I'm going to answer it. If you could have joined and served in the military during any war, which would have been your choice? This is a slam dunk, without a doubt, World War II. And every day, or every time I think about the service, every time I think about this nation's history, the golden generation, the World War II generation stand out. The service like my grandfather provided in World War II, being wounded in action, and just growing up reading about the stories of the Marines in the Pacific Theater, it just the sacrifices they made to rid the world of just evil people during that time. And look, I know that there are evil people out there today, and I know that's what I signed up for, because I wanted to ensure that as long as I was able, that something would happen to me, and it would happen to me away from America, away from the shores, away from the civilians, because I didn't want it happening to my family. I didn't want my family to lose sleep at night, worried about terrorist attacks here, because I wanted to do everything I could to make sure whatever attack stayed off our soil. People, the people that signed up, the people that fought in World War II, that was just a level of evil that this world had never seen, and hopefully will never see again. And the things they did, the sacrifices they made, you can't put it into words. You can't describe it in just one sentence. I can't put it into words. I can't describe it. I mean, they truly gave so much, and it was such just an impressive feat of an entire generation. And I'm talking from each and every country. Yeah, without a doubt, it'd be World War II. I'm at a loss of words right now just thinking about the sacrifices they made and what they did for the free world, and to ensure that there was a free world, and ensure that we did have democracies and choices, and yeah, that's the answer to that question. I wish I could be a bit more articulate about it. I wish I could explain it a bit more, or my thoughts on it a bit more, but truly, that's my feelings around it. If it was up to me, I would absolutely choose to fight in World War II, because I would just have loved to have been a spectator to that generation. And I encourage anybody and everybody, if you see someone who served in that generation, I don't care where you are or what you're doing, if you could stop and tell them thank you, if for nobody else, for me, because the sacrifices they made and just what they were able to accomplish is truly awe-inspiring. I mean, it is incredible. So, yeah. Before I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off there. I wish I could say more, but that answers the question. And I could ask you guys the same question. I feel like the majority of people that follow history, and maybe or maybe we're in the military at some point, they would probably wish the same thing. They would probably want the same thing. So, hope you guys enjoyed this week. Look, if you have questions for Military Monday, I would like to do more of these. I'd like to have more questions, maybe make them longer, but I need questions from you guys. Everything is built around the questions you guys have and the questions that you guys send me on Facebook, on Twitter, and in the comments of this video below. So if you have any questions for Military Monday, please leave them in the comments below, or hit me up on that social media. You can find that in the description below in this video if you want to talk to me about any of this, or ask those questions. But if you want them featured, it's probably best to put them in the comments below. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, I encourage you guys to hit that like button, to share this video, because I really do appreciate the support on this video, and it is something for you guys, because these are the questions that you guys ask me the most. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Alright guys, once again, if you did enjoy the video, I really would appreciate if you hit that like button now, because I really do appreciate the support of the video and the channel. Videos you may have missed, the video on the bottom left, if you check out any video on my channel, it's the video on the bottom left. It is the gold assault shield in Black Ops 2, and let me tell you, it took hours upon hours for me to unlock this, so it's something I would really appreciate your help and support on. If you saw that, the video on the bottom right is the gold AN94. That's also on Black Ops 2, of course. If you're new here, just click that subscribe button. Other than that, you can follow me on social media. Don't forget to ask your questions in the comments down below, and thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys again soon.